Brands taking stances on social issues has become a defining trend in modern marketing, as businesses recognize the growing expectation to align with their customers' values and contribute to societal progress. This shift stems from a more socially conscious consumer base, particularly millennials and Gen Z, who prioritize ethics and accountability when choosing which brands to support. From climate change and gender equality to racial justice and mental health, companies are increasingly leveraging their platforms to advocate for causes that resonate with their audiences, blending corporate responsibility with authentic engagement. Iconic campaigns like Nike's support for Colin Kaepernick and Ben & Jerry's outspoken stance on racial equity illustrate how brands can spark conversations, inspire change, and build stronger emotional connections with consumers. The rise of social media amplifies these efforts, enabling companies to reach global audiences instantly while fostering real-time dialogue. However, taking a stance is not without risks, as misaligned actions or superficial commitments can lead to accusations of performative activism, erode trust, and trigger backlash. Authenticity is paramount, requiring brands to back their words with meaningful actions, such as policy changes, donations, or partnerships with relevant organizations. For example, Patagonia's unwavering commitment to environmental advocacy, including its recent decision to donate company profits to combat climate change, exemplifies how consistent actions can reinforce brand credibility. At the same time, businesses must carefully navigate divisive issues to avoid alienating segments of their audience, often conducting extensive research to ensure their positions align with core values and target demographics. The internal culture of a company also plays a crucial role, as employees increasingly demand that their employers uphold social responsibility, creating pressure for brands to lead by example. This dynamic has led to increased corporate activism, where CEOs and executives publicly advocate for social causes, adding a personal dimension to corporate stances. The pandemic further accelerated this trend, highlighting inequalities and emphasizing the need for brands to address pressing societal challenges, from healthcare access to economic disparities. As competition intensifies, companies that remain silent on significant issues risk being perceived as indifferent or outdated, particularly in industries where social impact is a critical differentiator. Transparency and consistency are critical as consumers scrutinize brands for alignment between their public statements and operational practices. For example, pledging support for diversity must be accompanied by inclusive hiring policies and equitable workplace environments. The integration of environmental, social, and governance (ESG) metrics into business strategies has further institutionalized this trend, with investors increasingly prioritizing companies that demonstrate robust social responsibility. Storytelling remains a powerful tool, as brands use compelling narratives to humanize their stances and create relatable connections with their audiences. Simultaneously, partnerships with nonprofits and grassroots organizations add credibility and amplify impact, as seen in campaigns like Dove's Real Beauty initiative, as any perceived inconsistency or controversy can quickly escalate in the digital age. Navigating this landscape requires agility, clear communication, and a genuine commitment to the cause. As brands increasingly integrate social stances into their identities, the boundary between commerce and activism continues to blur, shaping a future where purpose-driven marketing becomes not just an option, but a necessity for long-term relevance and success.